Hi guys, I've got another video here about dragging and dropping items. So here's my little box, it's just a test. Notice how if you have on the box selected collide when moved, which is what you want, so it doesn't go through walls and stuff, and then you've also got selected affected by gravity. The gravity is fighting against the drag and drop. There's no easy solution to that at all. I've tried so many different things. That's what it does. You can turn gravity off in the root scene node of the game, of course, but I want to carry stuff in my game and move around, so and jump and do that sort of stuff. I mean, if I turn gravity off, I'd have to cancel out the jump. And theoretically, you could stop jumping while you're carrying things. That's possible. But the thing is, when you're walking around and you're falling off a ledge while you're carrying something, you'll just basically float through the air with zero gravity in the root scene node. So that's a bit of an exploit in the game. I don't want to have that. So yeah, so that doesn't really work very well. So the only other solution next on the line would be to set collision position of the object without collision. Now that'll actually turn off the gravity while you use that. It'll ignore the gravity setting, which is good. But it also won't collide with anything either. It'll just go through walls. You're able to put the object through walls. So that's not very good. So I'll show you what I've done to fix it. I've basically had to create my own gravity system for objects, basically. So here's the crate. So you got collide when moved, affected by gravity. If you turn that off, I'm going to go back into my code and then activate that. So okay, so basically what happens is, so put that on the ground now. You got your normal drag and drop. So I've just turned the affected by gravity off, and this is running my own code. So when I'm ready to drop it, it drops it. Yeah, so I created that own. It's like it has its own little acceleration as well, as you'd expect. So that fixes that. It's just a little action I created. So the drag and drop says when you stop carrying it equals 0. Just run this drop item to ground. Yeah, so I'll show you the main game as well. Alright guys, so this is just another scene in my game. I've got some boxes set up here, so drag and drop, and I've got a dropping sound as well, and also changes the dropping sound according to the surface, which is interesting. And you can see that it's a fairly smooth sort of thing, so you can build, boxes up to get to certain places, and then if you take the bottom one away, it'll apply the appropriate gravity to it, so it works pretty good actually. I'll just show you this something as well. Okay, so I've got a box here set up with some things on it. And the thing about it, it works quite good. It works sequentially according to when it finds a gap underneath the item. So it works. It checks if it's on a surface already, and if it's not, then it will apply gravity to it. Otherwise, it doesn't. So and it does it in order. So, for example, we do it in stages. It'll do it that way. So it only runs the code on local items as well. So it's not running on everything. It's just running it on the immediate stuff in front of the player. While you're dragging and dropping, it'll run it. Doesn't need to run it otherwise, because it should have already hit the ground by then. So yeah, it's pretty efficient and it works pretty well. So yeah, hope you like that. Cheers.